What's happening, guys? It's Sam here, the Bushcraft bodybuilder, and today I wanted to do a little bit of a fire building education, if you will. There's just been a few questions about like how to use a ferro rod or what is FATWOOD. So those are a couple things I'd like to go over today. Right here I've got my Hidden Woodsmen fire kit pouch in orange, high visibility orange with a nice Velcro patch attached to the front. I'm waiting for Uberleben to create a patch so I can add it to my fire kit because these guys are pretty awesome. Anyhow, like I said, what I wanted to go over was how to use a ferro rod and what is FATWOOD. So I've got my Uberleben Hexa ferro rod in my Hidden Woodsmen ferro rod sheath. Let me get you zoomed in here so you can see exactly what I've got going on. Alright guys, so some fire building 101. This here is FATWOOD. This right here comes from a pine tree, or at least that's where I've collected this from. Now, I picked this piece to use as a demonstration because you can see a clear difference in the color of the wood. This end here has a darker, more amber or fatty looking color to it, and that's where all of the tree sap has collected in the wood. Now this end here, this half, you can see it's lighter. There's much less sap collected in here, so this wouldn't necessarily be considered FATWOOD as much as this here would be. So if I put it in the light, you can almost see an amber color to it. Look at that. It's beautiful. As for this side, it's just your traditional flat, smooth wood looking side. Now, next thing I would like to talk about is my ferro rod. This here is my 6-inch Uberleben Hexa ferro rod. The benefits of using this ferro rod as opposed to one of the classic round ferro rods is its hexagonal shape, giving you a flat surface to strike on, which is greater point of contact between your striker and your ferro rod than on the classic round rods. Now, one of the reasons I want to do this video is to educate people on how to use a ferrocerium rod. When you purchase your ferrocerium rod from just about anywhere, I haven't seen one that has come differently, it will come with this anti-corrosive black coating on it. Now, if you're taking your striker and you're trying to strike this stuff off, you're going to be producing minimal sparks, if any. Now, what you want to do is remove that coating and get down to this silvery color here, which is actually the ferrocerium. That is what's going to produce some sparks for you. Now, when you are striking your ferrocerium rod, you're going to want to get full, smooth strokes, starting as high up on the rod as you can, and then running it all the way across. That's how you get smooth embers, or smooth sparks. Now, another thing I'd like to talk about is this nifty little end right here. I can't get it into focus well enough, but there are some jagged teeth on this end. Now, when I first picked up this product from Uberleben, I thought that's really neat. It's got a bottle opener on here, it's got a hard edge spine to be able to scrape on my ferrocerium rod, and it's also got these teeth if I want to take a wicked awesome bite out of the ferro rod. That was dumb of me to think that, but I imagine I'm not the only one, so that's why I'm doing this video. This end right here is actually for processing your wood, your tinder. So how we're going to do that, back up here, so I'm going to take this piece of FATWOOD and this scraper end right here that's got the teeth, and I'll scrape into a little pile. Let's see, where can you see it at? Right over here. Back up. I'll take this end and I'll scrape this stuff, and it creates these nice little curls. Scrape them right down into a nice little pile. And again, I'm doing this off of the FATWOOD side. Much easier to collect and process, you'll notice. Now, once I've got these shavings into a nice little pile, now I can take my ferrocerium rod, throw some sparks. You can see my shirt blowing over here. It's rather windy. Probably the worst angle for me to be doing this at. Let me turn myself around, create a little bit of a wind block, and try this again. All right, I imagine that this should probably go a little bit better this time. So, using the wood processing end, I'm going to scrape some more down. Again, you're just getting some really nice, fine, curly shavings off of this. Pile these up. Get you a closer view. So that's the little pile that we've created with the fat wood. Again, you can see here the darker ember side of this, and then the lighter wood side that doesn't have any of the sap built up in it. All right, so now I'm going to take my ferrocerium rod, and I'm going to see if I can get this here ignited for you. Now let's see how many strikes it takes. Let's count them off with me. All right, here we go. Okay, it was a ton of strikes, but as you can see, the wind is blowing and the sap in here is used as an accelerant. So it's keeping this burning even with the wind. It's an excellent tool to add in your fire kit, just a little bit of fat wood.